We are live. Everything is settled.
So how you like the chicken curry, boy? Big fight, boy.
Yeah, boy. Good fight. Karishma went. She now come from Ghana this morning.
She looking for that curry.
Yeah, she went and support.
Stand there. Stand there.
Tea dicks. Chicken curry, boy. Curry chicken. Is the amount of things them this curry for.
And all of those players play for the West Indies and everything, eh?
Yeah.
It's just like, you know,
Oh.
but the entertainment.
Yeah, I think that's more fun. Yeah, that's good thing.
Time in Trinidad and Tobago, it is now 14 minutes after 2 p.m. and it's Thursday, 21st September 2023, and you're listening to DJ Mamu Radio TT.com. Well, from the Met Office, it has been sent to media houses and ease on the squeeze of the heat for today and a couple of days. But please take note, do not put it aside because it could come on to you at any point in time. Because Met Office says ease. The weather is going to be a little cool these days. And with that kind of temperature in mind, one can safely say, yes, DJ, I'm going to work now. I'm going to work. I feel to work because I can't work in that heat. But talking about heat, I looked at the game last night and that was heat. That was more than heat. Because right after the game, Gao, you know who's Gao? G-A-W Gao. Gao decided, well, some of the guys took it to heart that they should win every single game. But little did they know that TKR was there to win. Now, they have a chance if they want to be in the final. They have to beat Talawaz tomorrow. And then they could come up against TKR on Sunday. Now, if TKR were to beat them in their hometown on Sunday, Bacchanal break loose. Heat at game. Anyway, let's move away from the heat and get into the real gist of what's happening this afternoon on Support Your Health Naturally, a production of Dr. Batson and Associates. Good afternoon, Doctor.
Good afternoon, DJ Mamu. How are you doing, sir?
Do you like my intro?
Of course I do. Excellent. Couldn't get better than that.
Let me get your comments on first the heat.
The heat?
Then,
the heat. I was glad when I got up this morning to the song Darena. I was very happy. I was happy for me and the yard, the plants and the grass, because I mean this heat is ridiculous. It's really, really bad. Mr. Ramdan now told me that someone died from a heat stroke. I didn't hear that news.
Yes.
Yeah, that's indeed sad. I know it was just a matter of time, which is why I was trying to tell people to remain hydrated, because heat strokes are something that we don't really have in the Caribbean here, but the United States have had a lot, certain parts of Europe, because when it gets really hot, as we have been having for the past few days, the past few months, especially July, it's important to keep yourself hydrated. So, I would just reiterate what I always tell people: drink your body weight divided by 2 in ounces. In fact, drink 2 extra glasses with this kind of heat that you're having here. Try and stay away from cold water. Cold water is not going to help you in this heat. It's going to actually make it worse. So do not use cold water. Try and drink room temperature water, right? And of course, at Batson Associates, you even have your choice of premium alkaline water, which is Alkagen water, which is available at all of our locations. So, of course, today we're discussing health from a natural and integrated perspective. I have with me Ms. Karishma Ramdan. Is my word? Yeah. With Ms. Karishma Ramdan, who is one of our senior consultants and blood microscopist with over 12 years experience under her belt. There's a lot of experience. Yes, DJ Mamu, sir.
Could you tell your engineer, Shaquille, to bring forth the microphone to you guys a little more so I can get a better sound quality?
Yeah.
Okay, you're getting us better?
Much better. Thank you, Dhanyavad.
You're welcome, sir.
Problem.
Yeah, so of course, today we're discussing health again, health from a natural and integrated perspective. It is a question and answer. Keep in mind, we are live on our social media platforms. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to our listeners who have joined us on our Instagram. We are Batson Associates TT on Instagram. On Facebook, we are Batson Associates Limited. On YouTube, we are Batson Associates Trinidad. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss Marge Hills, Gerald Timothy, good afternoon to you, Melissa Richards, good afternoon to you, Fiola Rodda, Miss Donna Boodoo, our work colleague there in South in Debe office. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss Boodoo and Miss Roma. Hi, good afternoon to you, Miss Marcia Letrin, good afternoon to you. Keep in mind our contact numbers. We are located on the first floor of Money Talks building in Montrose, Shogunas. That telephone number for Shogunas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And of course, Debe is the corner of Ramsamud Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe. That telephone number for Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. Miss Nicola Hurd, pleasant good afternoon for you out in Antigua there. Always a pleasure to have you. So we on DJMamuRadioTT.com. A pleasant good afternoon to all the listeners on DJMamuRadioTT.com. We're discussing health. We're going to touch on diabetes today. We're going to touch a bit on hormonal imbalance as it relates to women. We're going to touch a bit on insomnia and depression. And we're also going to touch a bit on hypertension. We're going to touch on some of the products that we carry at Batson Associates. In particular, we're going to touch on the eye optics formula, which we were out of for a little while, but we have we will have that product in stock by next week for the latest or later this week. Our Nerve Restore, that product that helps so much with your nerves. Oh God, I used one last night. But that product is works so good. When I tell you so good, it never disappoints you. The Alkagen water as well as the Santulan. So a packed program to you. For you, rather, those of you who are accustomed listening to us, who hearing us, but you're not sure, you want to know who Batson Associates are, what we stand for. Very soon we'll be launching our distinguished lecture series where we would actually be having persons coming to the clinic. So you're going to have a small admission, normal thing. You're going to give you, treat you really good, have you in a whole sit-down air-conditioned environment. And of course, we're going to share some information, some insight, and of course there are going to be some specials for those of you who attend those sit-ins, those lectures, and we're going to be having those distinguished lecture series at all of our locations, all of them. Of course, we're going to be scheduling them accordingly.
Yes, because we would have a lot of clients who would like to come to those lectures, so that's something really good. We are excited to do.
Definitely.
Information, you can never get enough of information, I must say.
Correct. So, Mr. Ramdan, being a consultant for, the past 12 years, I mean, you comfortable in your skin at Batson Associates. I mean, from the first time I always tell persons, you were one of the persons who always showed a lot of interest, you show a lot of initiative, and it paid off, eh? I mean,
Correct.
you're one of the, the foremost blood microscopists and consultants that we have in Trinidad, in the Caribbean, and by extension, the world, eh? I mean, you could hold your ground in any area, especially where blood microscopy and integrative consultation is concerned. So for the listeners, let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss Lisa Arsing, Miss Erica Hood. Good afternoon to you. And good afternoon, Dr. Batson and Dr. Karishma Love from Ariana.
Oh, that's one of my DB clients.
Excellent.
Little child.
Oh, nice man.
Normally consult and hi. So I said hi, hope that all is well.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah, so what with blood analysis, what does blood analysis really help you to do where the client is concerned? For people who listening to this and saying, why I must come to Batson Associates and let me stick my finger and go and look at blood under the microscope. What does that really do?
Correct. So blood analysis, blood is a mirror of you. Blood is life, and blood could give us 99% of information that you're unaware of that's happening in your body. Because most of the time, a lot of people that we have been dealing with, or I personally have dealt with, they suffer from a lot of issues and they're not getting the help that is needed. They're not comfortable, they're not satisfied. And sad to say, we are their last resort, their first.
Right.
But last resort always the best.
Yeah.
Because
we get accustomed. Yeah, we get accustomed to it.
I don't feel offended, I tell them, I say, that's okay. If we are at your last resort, I'm glad that you're here.
Yes.
From that blood, that capillary blood that is taken, so much information one can get from just that one sample, of blood. We're able to look at past, present, and we could even tell you things that are coming that you're even unaware of. So whether it be diabetes, hormonal imbalance, arthritis, or you're not suffering from anything, but you just would like to come and just check your blood. You will be amazed by so many things that your blood can show you from that little sample of blood. So many information. And when we have our executive consultation one-on-one with our clients, we take our time and evaluate, the questions that are asked, these clients would not have had those questions even asked them at any point in time, There's a reason why we ask how long, what you're using, how long you're suffering from this. There is
How much water you're
yes,
drinking.
exactly. Most of the times, our standard question is water. And there's a reason for that, because a lot of people don't know how important drinking of water is for the human body, and from that blood analysis, and even the dry sample, because there's two samples, the dry sample where we're able to look at that acidity level, the inflammation level. If you have problems with bowels, if you have problems with IBS, Crohn's disease, all of these things we can pick up. Men who have problems with prostate, the blood analysis can let us know if you're having any issues with prostate, you're having any issues with male sexual function. All of these things from that sample of blood, the blood analysis.
All of those things you're able to see from the blood analysis. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss March Hills. Miss March Hills complimented Miss Ramdat. She says, Dr. B, that young lady sitting next to you is a gem. Talk about professionalism. Thank you.
Thank you. Miss March Hills, actually, she sent us a WhatsApp last week. And she wanted to we were out of stock with the inflammation formula.
Right.
And, we're trying to get it to her to deliver before she left.
Oh, okay.
Good. She was very, very, she's a big advocate of that inflammation formula. Okay. And not forgetting you on the eye drops, we will have it soon.
Great. Yes, we'll have the eye drops soon. So, as usual, we're working hard. So, those of you who listening to the program, you may be listening to the program, I will remember our Distinguished Lecture Series. So, Distinguished Lecture Series is basically going to be for anyone. Of course, children must be accompanied by an adult.
Correct, yes.
Right? And of course, we're going to be basically doing a number of things, different lectures with the blood analysis, giving you examples. And of course, that would now give you a greater appreciation, maybe, or a greater window into what is really going on with you. Right? Because, so many persons sick, so many persons ill, so many persons have problems with headaches, ill feeling, low energy. Let me go over to DJ Mamu. DJ Mamu, you have a question?
Well, actually, listening to what you've been saying a while ago, I realized that you seem to have what you call a low input, low level of input of Forex, because as a patient myself with your company, I realize that you've been saying that this is in short supply, that is in short supply, this is coming in next week, this is coming in the following week, and so on. As a patient, I do not want to hear that.
Yes.
I don't know anything about Forex or why or whatever.
Forex or war, COVID or shipping.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know when I land. I pass immigration and I reach to the office of Dr.Batson. I must be served with all that has been promoted on the air, on any radio station, as a matter of fact.
Right.
I don't want to know what problem Dr. Batson is having.
Right.
In other words, the budget is coming up on the 2nd of October.
Oh God, yeah.
Am I going out of track? Am I going out?
No. You're quite fine. I mean, the thing is, what I must say.
Make a point.
Yeah, go ahead. Make a point. Yeah, I understand. Go ahead.
Point here that with that budget coming up, I don't want to hear subsequent programs on this radio
station.
That
we have those issues. Exactly.
No, because remember, this is an international radio station.
Yes,
because
definitely.
I can send you the numbers of people listening on the internet across the world.
Yeah.
I can tell you where they're listening and who's listening. Because the technology
Yes.
I don't want to hear you have a shortage of Forex.
Mhm.
Not in this country.
Right.
Even though they say we don't have any oil, but somewhere there is silver Forex is hiding.
Yes.
Doctor, if you need to see a specialist, maybe we can talk about it.
Yes,
And
definitely.
regularize this situation, right?
Definitely.
I went to get something. I went to know what it is
Right.
recently at the office, and it was in short supply. So I said, my goodness, I don't like this because people leaving their homes from far,
Right.
they hire a taxi to come down.
Right.
Because
Right.
sometimes they take a chance because they want to see you too.
Yes, exactly. You want to see if we could get
Yeah.
Batson. Yeah.
Sometimes a patient might just see a doctor and have the problem gone.
Right. I've been told that. That's always a good start.
You haven't been told that. You witnessed that because recently you went to the dentist.
Right.
Remember?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you went in with a little toothache, and
Right.
you said, like this thing feeling good, and you said, no, let me get this thing extracted and done.
Yes,
Let me finish the problem, right?
definitely.
Anyway, my point is this: I want this company, after 14 years in the business, not to be in this position.
Definitely.
I want to be in a better position because you have what you call a professional staff, as the lady said a while ago. Rishma, I
Professionalism.
have seen Rishma already. Rishma is very pleasant to speak with, and she has this smile that takes away a certain percentage of your pain and agony.
Thank you so much.
Good.
Yes. So, doctor, keep your staff well trained, and I want to hear that when people come to your office, like I was recently in St. James, something was short there, but I said, goodness, doctor, why is this thing?
Yeah. That's something that we working on. And then
I'll tell you what, it is not good for the client. I'll tell you why. If I want one supply of so whatever you prescribe for me, right?
Right.
And I'm supposed to get continuity on it because whatever you give me won't work overnight.
Exactly. It's a process, it's a course.
It's time elapse. So with time elapse, and I'm supposed to get a supply to continue where it has now decided to get into my body to work for me.
Right.
And I don't have a supply. I put in my case to my lawyers.
I hear you. Well, as I said, that's something we God's willing, especially this upcoming year, we're going to have a lot of those challenges. I mean, COVID didn't make life easy with supply chain management and even the war and all, but definitely we're working assiduously to correct that, especially with certain products, the eye optics formula, the product for me.
The ones that go quickly, the ones that go quickly.
Yeah, the ones that go quickly. So definitely, that's something that we're working assiduously on. So you will not be hearing that again in the very near future. I promise you that. All right.
No. And so that's for this company because it's 14 years I'm with this company.
Yes, definitely. Let me say a pleasure.
I started with this company when Rishma was a baby.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. I appreciate that, man. And let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Jenny Babulal. She says good afternoon to Dr. Batson and Karishma, DJ, Mamu, and all the listeners. Pleasant good afternoon to you. Keep in mind that we are live on our social media platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, we are Batson and Associates. You're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates. And we on DJ Mamu Radio TT.com this afternoon. We're discussing health from a natural and integrated perspective. I have Ms. Ramdan with me. And we're taking some questions. So those of you who may have some questions about the products and services of Batson and Associates, feel free to give us a call or visit again. Keep in mind our telephone numbers and locations to make those appointments for your blood analysis, for your magnetic resonance analysis scan. That telephone number for the Chagonas office, head office, is again 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Let's go over to DJ Mamu, who will, of course, remind you of the telephone numbers and if he has any questions regarding.
First of all, the telephone number to call, those of you who'd like to call in live, international listeners, 1-868-337-2287. That's for the international listeners. And for local listeners, simply dial 337-2287. Or you can use your WhatsApp, 337-2287. Call in, put your question or questions to the doctor. If you are shy or you don't wish to have your situation exposed, text it to me. I just mention your first name because there are people in this country with many names like yours. And just mention the situation for the doctor to really understand what's happening to you, and perhaps he might recommend that you come into the office, get a consultation, and do the regular whatever analysis they have to do. Shalima Sohan says good afternoon to the doctor, a regular with his doctor from station to station. Also on DJ Mamu. Thank you, Shalima. She knows doctor very well from all the stations that he has been, even on a Sunday on the YouTube live. Veda says good afternoon, doctor. Love listening to him, how he describes and prescribes medication. Well, not very medication, but something.
Oh, make necessary recommendations. Yes.
Right. Yeah. You know how our people will speak, right?
Yeah, of course. They classify everything as medication. Everything for health is classified as medication. But I understand what they say.
I too, I myself, yeah. We have to look at that and differentiate. Sherry Ann Ramlogan, good afternoon, doctor, and good afternoon, DJ. Thank you. Mr. Gaukaran Ruparain of Canada says, listening to this program for the first time, he is somewhere in the vicinity of Newmarket, and he's putting a question to the doctor. He mentioned about the Kangen water, right?
Alkagen.
Sorry, the Alkagen water.
Correct.
Alkagen water, is it comparable with well water? Because he is 86 years and he grew up with well water and he's looking well good.
The thing is, it would be comparable to well water, but the thing is, it depends on where the well is, right? In the sense that once the well is in an area where, you know, it does not...
Las Lomas.
Right. So once you don't have any problem with contamination, I don't know Las Lomas too well, then you don't have a problem as regards...
Las Lomas got one well, not two well.
One well. Okay. Right. I follow you. So the thing with that well, it depends. The water is going to have some minerals in it, some magnesium, some calcium, which is normal. You may have some level of alkalinity with the water as well. But as I said, it depends on where the well is. The thing with water, I always tell persons this, alkaline water does help. It is very beneficial compared to other types of water. It is definitely going to give you a way better result when you consume it. That's standard and that's documented, because alkaline water is actually considered a medical device in places like Japan and Korea, Malaysia, China, that type of thing. And if you understand different levels of or classes of medical devices, alkaline water is actually, or alkaline water is a medical device in Japan. Now, with that being said, cost is always something we need to take into consideration. So what we usually tell our clients at Batson and Associates, when you come to us for the first time, at least use 6 bottles of the water, 6 to 9 bottles of the water, right? The thing is, what that is going to give you is going to jumpstart your process of whatever we're dealing with in the body. If you have a problem with hypertension, it's going to help you. You have a problem with diabetes, it's going to help you. You have a problem with cardiovascular problem, it's going to help you. So once you do that, at least the 9 bottles, 12 bottles of water, subsequent to that, you don't need to drink that water again. If from a monetary perspective or a budgetary perspective, you could decide to sacrifice, let's say, $200 every month to get a certain amount of water, well, then okay, no problem, or maybe $100 a month. You know, you have to know exactly what you're doing. Will it benefit you? Yes. Would you be able to afford it all the time? Possibly no. Going past that now, when you're looking at drinking water in general, you must always have a filter. So even if you have tap water, well water, spring water, or whatever the water is, you're supposed to have some sort of filtration system. You could even get the filter mug. They have those small filter mugs. The point is, filter your water. Do not drink tap water just like that, regardless of how long you're drinking tap water, how old it is, how long you live. Tap water is you're going to be in problems. You are going to be in problems. If you're drinking rainwater, remember, rain is not like long time. We have acid rain now, so you need to actually filter that water. And once you do that, we do have a problem. We do have a problem. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Ria Harikisun. Good afternoon to you. Lucita Jamat. Good afternoon to you. Jenny Babulal. Good afternoon to you. Juliana Cabrera. And of course, our very good friend, Holly Bay.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Yes, Honey Bay, I got what you sent for me yesterday with Cindy Hoyt. In fact, she gave me 3. So I don't know if you sent 1 and the other 2 were hers, but she told me that you sent 3.
Yes.
So you'll deal with her with that.
Yes.
Miss Rachel Rambaran, or Ramcharan rather, a pleasant good afternoon to you. She says good afternoon, Dr. Batson and Miss Karishma. Lovely to see you both. Thank you so very much. Karel Debadine, pleasant good afternoon to you as well.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
DJ Mamu, you have a question?
Yep. Isabel of Gasparillo says, I like the idea about the water, but I use a lot of rainwater. What are the properties with respect to rainwater and the alkagen water and the spring water and what the doctor prescribes? Comments? Rainwater.
Repeat that. To drink which water?
The first thing here, Isabel was listening, speaking about the alkagen water,
Right.
and then we spoke about the well water and spring water. Right. Now she also would like to add, what about rainwater? Is there a different property value, or is it more
correct? Yeah, and that's
there's something like there's hard water and
soft water. Right, yeah. Hard water and soft water have to do in terms of the minerals in the water and how. So we know rainwater is soft water, which means it makes suds very easily. When you're bathing in rainwater, you have a real wash soap off, you know. And
10 barrels of water.
Exactly, and that's the reason for hard water and soft water. But primarily with rainwater, as I said, what you need to do is filter your water. They have a brand, the Brita filter. They have other filter brands. It's always good to have a filter mug, because even though you're getting rainwater, remember, the planet we live in now is not the same some years ago. You'll realize the heat we get in, right? July was the hottest July that we experienced for 1,000 years. Imagine that. They said that's been hot. Yeah. July that went here, scientifically, statistically, was the hottest July in 1,000 years. That tells you, yeah, that tells you something. It means that things are changing. So the same apply even with rainwater. Rainwater is not the quality that you used to get some years before. So it's always good to filter your water. It takes nothing out of you to get a filter. It just costs you maybe a few $100 to get a filter. Utilize the filter, and then you could always change it. But do not drink water just like that. At Batson Associates, we are big on hydration, because a lot of diseases that people experience, even when we do the blood analysis and we do the magnetic resonance analysis scan, we realize how much issues we have with clients where they're actually dehydrated. And the thing is, when you're dehydrated, what people do not understand is that your body takes water from your intestines first. So it's actually going to dry out your colon and then dry out your stool. So that's going to cause problems. That could cause you to be severely constipated. You might force, you could end up rupturing a blood vessel, you end up with hemorrhoids, you bleed. All sorts of unnecessary problems could happen to you. People who have issues with hypertension as well. There are some people, your blood, especially in this heat, and that's how people get heat stroke. So you want to remain properly hydrated. I can guarantee you, if you try that alkagen water, you would not be disappointed. And of course, you can call any of the telephone numbers. We do have delivery, or you could have it picked up. And all of the offices have water. That telephone number for the Shoguna's office again is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Davie, of course, is the corner of Ramsey Straits and the SS Erie Main Road in Davie. That telephone number for Davie is 223. That's 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That number for St. James is 220-8113. 220-8113. Keep in mind our social media platforms and, of course, our distinguished lecture series. That is somebody, and here what you could do. Here are who the people who could attend those lectures. People who may be hearing about Batson and Associates for the longest while, but you're on the fence, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
These people are mad, they know what they're doing. Dr. Batson know what he's doing, Mr. Ramdan know what he's doing. We want to really find out a little more. That distinguished lecture series is for you. You might be talking to your husband, you're talking to a daughter, somebody, you come to Batson Associates, you're satisfied, you're trying to get them to come, but they're a little skeptical, they're not sure. And we have no problem with skeptics.
Yes, yes.
We have no problem with skeptics. The more skeptical, here's the better one for you. We like it. Just come with an open mind.
Correct.
If it is you don't be skeptical and close-minded, then you should stay home. Don't even bother to come. Don't waste your time. Because if a mind like a parachute, when you jump out a plane, if your parachute don't open, what is happening there? You know all gone, right? So a mind works best when it is open. Open-minded, and come with an open mind to Batson and Associates, regardless of your history, regardless of who you are. Whether you have a daughter is a doctor, you have a son is a doctor, and they tell you they don't like whatever. We're not in the politics of medicine, you know what we in?
Yes.
We in the business of getting, in fact, not in the business, we the business of medicine and getting people better.
Correct.
Better. That's what we're about.
Naturopathy.
Naturopathy. Exactly. Getting people better. You cannot be going to the doctor for years and be sick. If that is the case, then something is either wrong with you or something is wrong with your doctor. Plain talk, bad manners. You cannot be doing the same thing over and over and expect a different results. You have problems with pins and needles, cramping your calves, tingling, you feel like thing walking on you? Come to Batson and Associates. You have elevated blood pressure level, your blood pressure not going down, you're taking medication, it's not going, come to Batson and Associates. You go to the doctor, you're getting some pain on the left side of your chest, you're walking upstairs, you can't breathe properly, you went to do an echocardiogram, the doctor tell you, hey, your arteries blocked up, we need to do, come to Batson and Associates. As I said in a program recently, and this is the song as layman as possible, they have thing for thing. Your eye giving you a problem, you have things for your eye.
Yes, yes.
Your lungs giving you a problem, you have things for your lungs. Your joint giving you a problem, you have things. It have thing for thing. So when you sick and you there and you going blind and your sugar high and you have poor circulation and you have problem with erectile dysfunction and you have this and that and you just sitting down there, watching the wall not helping you. It's not helping you. You're having problems sleeping. Someone could work security. You can't get a drop of sleep. Come to Batson Associates. So again, those telephone numbers, Shogunas, main office, 2228261. That's 2228261. You all could call now and start a register for your distinguished lecture series. We will give all of the information afterwards. We're not charging only $1 million, but you are going to have some sort of contribution because you have to come in, you're getting air conditioned. It's going to be a proper series where you can sit down, you can ask some questions, and then of course we actually going to even have some discounts, some coupons for you. So it's something that you could actually avail yourself of and get some of your family members, because I know some of you listening, you would have come to Batson Associates, got good results, but you have a daughter who might have problems with polycystic ovaries. She has problems with a painful menstrual cycle, and for nothing she wouldn't hear that she need to drink water. Bring her to Batson and Associates, the distinguished lecture series, which we're going to be starting it. It's going to be on a Saturday. We're going to have in the week 2, we're going to decide how we're doing it, but you can call and register for that. And of course, call to get your information as well on your blood analysis and your magnetic resonance analysis scan, which with Ms. Ramdan, as well as, let me say a pleasant good afternoon to our consultants, Mr. Rene Bustamante, Mr. Vialva, Mr. Green, and of course, Miss Ramdan. Good. So, the only people, as I said, who do the same thing over and over, expecting different results is mad people. That's the height of insanity, right? So if you want a change, if you want to feel better, you want to look better, then give us a call. It's a person standing by to take your calls. Let me call those numbers again for you, or I'll allow Ms. Ramdan. Go ahead and call the numbers for them, please.
So we also have a WhatsApp number. WhatsApp is easy, well, message, or you can call us on 1-868-314-9975. That's 314-9975. For Shogunas, our landlines are 220-8261. That's 222-8261. We have Debe at the corner of Ramsamut Trace and the SS Erin Main Road. The contact info for Debe branch is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. We also have our St. James, Western Main Road, St. James, Red Edge Mall at 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And our Tobago branch, which is located at the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. The contact for that branch is 226-4553. And also you can WhatsApp at 312-4248.
Good. So, you have the contact information there, and of course you can call, get the information, and feel free to give us a visit. We do take walk-ins. We do ask, however, if it is you are coming to do the blood analysis and the magnetic resonance analysis scan, then please fast for 2 hours. Miss Jenny Babulal says, I only drink rainwater. I boil it before drinking it. Okay, good. Right. Say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss Helena Charles. Good afternoon to you. Keep in mind, we are live on our social media platforms. Like us, share us, tag 5 friends. Those platforms again, or handles, we are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, it's Batson and Associates. You're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates. I have with me Miss Karishma Ramdan, women's formula. So ladies who have problems with menstrual cycle, very painful menstrual cycle, irregular menstrual cycle, there's a product that you'd want to check out. It's called Women's Formula, and it's really designed to build or to balance your endocrine system. What is your endocrine system? Well, your endocrine system are your glands. So you have your thyroid, your parathyroid, your pituitary, your adrenal glands. A lot of people having problems with thyroid. And that is something we deal quite successfully with at Batson and Associates as well. So that's something you can also take full advantage of. Again, you can also look at the uterine formula. Very good product. Uterine formula is actually a product that we use to detoxify the uterus. So women who may have bulky uterus, painful menstrual cycle, you may have problems with polycystic ovarian syndrome, you may have problems with different types of cysts, whether it's dermoid cysts, different vaginal cysts, you may have issues with frequent UTIs. There are some women every week you have a urinary tract infection. Something is wrong, and we deal with that quite successfully at Batson and Associates. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Miss Jennifer Valentine. She says, good afternoon, Dr. Batson and Miss Ramdan and all locked on. That's our lovely client checking us out in Texas. Pleasant good afternoon to you. Miss Pollyanna. She said, I must highly recommend Miss Ramdan for her service and brilliance in dealing with patients. Thank you so very much for that. Annie Victor has also joined us. Miss Jean Harry, what is a bulky uterus? Good question. A bulky uterus is just that. It is bulky or bigger than it's supposed to because the uterus has a lot of things in it that is not supposed to be there. Fibroids would give you a bulky uterus. Polycystic ovarian syndrome will give you a bulky uterus. Uterine cysts would give you a bulky uterus. Women who have problems with proper defecation or proper stool or not stooling properly, serious problems, will also have issues with a bulky uterus. So usually, Miss Harry, when they go and they do the ultrasound would state the uterus is antiverted or retroverted. It would give you the location of the uterus, and it also gives you the dimensions of the uterus. Very important in dealing with women with polycystic ovaries, fibroids, ovarian cysts, endometriosis. Okay, in addition to that, so that's the uterine formula. That's the woman's formula. Next product to check out, well, the Alkachen water we highlighted. Very, very good product. Let me just take this question from Ms. Cathy Clark. She says, hi, Dr. Batson. How can I fix low white blood cell count? According to my doctor, it's low for years now. You may have to give us a visit. With blood counts, especially a low white blood cell count, that's a sign of immune problems. It means the immune system is not functioning properly. So in a case like that, I would suggest you get the package with the blood analysis, the magnetic resonance analysis scan, and you come and we will sort you out. That telephone number you could call us on 222-8261. That's 222-8261. You're very welcome, Miss Jean Harry. In addition to that, if you're getting problems to sleep, women with PMS, that's the next thing I really need to open my PS. I feel that Londonville Clinic will be a PMS clinic. That's one of the things we're going to keep there. Ladies who listening to this program, you're having problems with sleep, you're having problems with anxiety, you're having problems with depression, you are suffering from post-menopausal syndrome. If you do not take stock of yourself and take very good care of yourself and know what you're doing, you can go to the doctor and they can give you psychiatric medication, which is, for long term, is very dangerous. Things like Revotril, Zoloft, and that type of thing. So if you're experiencing some sort of hormonal, you might know it's hormonal, but I can tell you is that, and you're having problems with Optics Plus, we actually have that product in stock. We will actually get it in the offices by tomorrow is what, Friday. By Saturday, please God, we'll have it in the offices. Okay, keep in mind, as I was saying, as regards to those problems with women and things like dermoid cysts and those type of things, it's a matter of actually working and addressing those root cause of the problem. So feel free again to give us a call or visit. Check out our distinguished lecture series that is going to be posted on our social media platform. A lot of new things coming for Batson and Associates. And yes, Miss Valentine, I know you need it like today. And that absolutely had nothing to do with us. It was just a matter of with these new restrictions they have since COVID, which they have not changed, that, we are experiencing some of those, especially with appointments for customs and whatnot. But we fixing the problem and the situation. So you can, of course, liaise with the St. James office. I'm working assiduously to get it down to you. You could always call Miss Eleanor and let her know. Okay, that telephone number for St. James again is 2 220, that's 220-8113, that's 220-8113.
We also have our international clients as well. You know, we have a lot of you from all over the world that is locked on. We also conduct online consultation. There's a question, DJ?
Yes, Rishma.
Yes.
Navita says during her pregnancy, which is now, is it safe to drink this alkagen water?
Yes, it is. It's actually very good. That will help her to have good bowel movement. It will help the blood pressure to read nice. It will help the blood sugar to read nice as well. I hope you're taking some sort of prenatal. Women should take prenatal straight after pregnancy and after pregnancy, because most women during pregnancy do not have sufficient minerals to have a healthy baby farmer for them to be healthy. So it's always good to, know. So if you want some advice, you could always get on to us. We have helped women successfully. We have so far at Batson Associates, we maybe helped 175 women make children who actually couldn't even make children.
Yes.
And they carried it to term. And that was based on our advice and our dietetics and different programs that we would have designed for our clients. Okay, Miss Pollyann actually says, Dr. Batson, can you talk a bit about ADHD in young women, and is it treatable? Okay, I'll go over that just now. Keep in mind our Tobago office. I know Tobago, you guys don't feel we're not treating you good. It's just becoming soon. Tobago, they have a situation with the boat. And then, of course, Tobago's Carnival is coming up just now. So that's going to be even more people. So, in the process of putting things in place to ensure that we get to Tobago next month. So that Tobago office, look out for that. That number and location for the Tobago office is 226-4553. That's 226-4553. So again, you can feel free to give us a call. Check those products out. Women's formula. Check out the uterine formula. Check out Nerve Restore. Check out our Alkagen water. Santulan. Ever popular Santulan. Santulan is a 7-channel detox designed to clean and detoxify kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. Very, very good product. Keep in mind too as well, if you have low blood count, and if you do not drink sufficient water, which would mean you do not drink your body weight divided by 2 in ounces, it means that you should do the water cleanse first before you use the Santulan. And you can always call the office and get the information as regarding that. You're listening to the senior medical consultant at Batson Associates, Dr. Jason Batson. I'm joined with our senior consultant and blood microscopist, Ms. Karishma Ramdan. We are on djmamuradiott.com discussing health from a natural and integrated perspective. So it's actually 2:55, so we have maybe like about 20 minutes again. So don't allow it to waste. If you have any questions, you have anything you want to know regarding the products and services of Batson Associates, DJ Mamu, sir, over to you.
EKS for Life says, do you have like a web page or some, what do you call that, a site that you can...
A website, yes. Good.
Website.
Very good. That we actually do have one. However, what we did, because of some of the new products that we're putting on it, and because of some of our new payment situations that we're doing with places like Amazon and whatnot, we have taken it down. So we're actually doing work on it. So we should have everything up and running back in the next few weeks. And that is where you're going to see all the information, the new products, the services. By that time, our Londonville office will open as well. So you'll get all the necessary information where that is concerned. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, this guy is using a nice way of letting people know who he actually is. And he says he is TKS for life, my lord.
Okay, good man. Good.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So, Mr. TKS, thank you for your message and your interest in the program. As you heard the doctor said, the web page will be up very soon. And perhaps when you log on to the web page, you can even make payments towards your purchase and so on.
Yes, and they're going to be specific products. Yes, we're going to be do that because internationally now, we're becoming more recognized and we have a lot of international clients and we want to ensure that we get them the products and the services and everything. But, with the international web and cards and whatnot, they have to make sure they dot the I's and cross the T's because, there's a whole different situation there. So we're doing that. And, very soon you'll be able to just take a credit card and order a product and it could be shipped to you anywhere in the world. Batson Associates also do affiliate product programs because There are a lot of products that I'm aware of. I am actually almost a supplemental specialist. I could classify myself as that for the years that I've been doing this work. Right. So there are other products that we bring to you that may not necessarily be Batson
Yes.
Associates, but it's other products that could help situations like cancer, for example. There are a lot of companies that I work with that have a lot of supplements, a lot of immune products that actually help cancer patients. So that is something that we continue. So that's going to provide so much information. It's going to be able to help so many persons and make our life even more easier, and of course make it more effective and efficient in addressing our clients. It's continuing to improve, and it continuing to give you the service that you want. Maxine Perry said, we need you in Tobago, Doc. I know idea.
Yes.
Right, so I'll be coming very soon with some of the consultants to the Tobago office. Miss Elizabeth Mary says, greetings to DJ Mamu. Right, Miss Sherry Alexander says, hi, Doc from Tampa. Sherry's a client of ours who came to Batson Associates, and she got so great results. Let me say a pleasant good morning or good afternoon to my very good friend, Miss Pauline McKenna, who would have recommended so many persons to us. Let me, of course, deal with this situation with attention deficit hyperintensity disorder. Attention hyperintensity disorder is a situation where you're not able to focus or concentrate properly. Do we treat that? Yes. Have we treated it successfully? Yes. There's a product we carry at Batson Associates called Cerebral. Cerebral was actually the core product designed for that. We did Cerebral, we did Nerve Restore, we also had Optimizer. Very, very good products because those actually help to improve blood circulation in the brain. It's very good in helping with cognitive function, memory, that type of thing. So that is something that you should really take full advantage of with that.
Yeah, we have Dave here from North Carolina, who is he's a regular fan of this station, DJ Mamu. He says, DJ, good afternoon. Nice to hear you and the doctor. And tell the doctor he's doing a great job. I listen to him from time to time on his job, and his products from some of his colleagues who have already gotten them say they really work. So thank you, Dave,
Excellent.
from North Carolina. He's approaching retirement.
Okay, good. No problem. Who is this person saying? Who is this?
I have one here from Eugenia.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon, Dr. Batson.
Yes, sir.
I have a credit of over 1,000 TT, and I would like some Santulan and some eye optical formula, London and the line.
Oh, London. Okay, well, tell London who has that credit. Yes, that was a client. We would have had a giveaway sometime earlier in the year. We had a giveaway, and we had some international clients who won. So what you could do, message us on 314-9975. So that'll be 868-314-9975. And of course, we will send you necessary information for it. We have someone by the name of Kendall Eve 11 is asking a question. Hi, good afternoon. My first time here. What are you a doctor of or in? Okay, so my specialization is natural and integrated medicine. I will have a bachelor's in holistic health science, a master's in health science, and my PhD is natural and integrated medicine. With that, you find some training in automolecular medicine. Areas of specialization, endocrinology, diabetes is a walk in the park for us to fix. Hormonal imbalance challenges, even integrative hormonal therapies for women with PMS is something that we also do quite well with. So that is something that you could always take advice from or note. Some of the things someone asked us recently, I remember somebody was asking me, as a practitioner of individual, and I always tell persons, I'm not in the politics of medicine. You're not going to get Dr. Batson sitting now and telling you this better than this and that. I don't have time for that. I really don't have time. I'm a doctor. I'm an individual, first and foremost, who love what I do, first and foremost. Love people. And know what I love. And I'm also passionate about diet ethics and lifestyle, because I think Trinbagonians especially, and the world at large, there's a reason why junk food is called junk food. They didn't call junk food healthy food. So, with the change in the landscape of food, we have so many processed things. So to take care of yourself, it requires a little more work. It requires one paying a little more attention. But when you look at what is really going on, it is because of our busy lifestyles. Look at even cars. We don't walk again. People don't walk. And that has seriously affected us. when you look at our grandparents, we look at our parents, they still had a pretty good standard of living, simply because they would have walked a lot. They got exercise. We have everybody driving now. People drive for everything. People picking up this children in front of the school. They wouldn't even go and park the vehicle and say, well, walk to the school and get each other and go and walk, because everybody find the sun hot and the place. And that has seriously done.
Dr. Jason Batson, may I just interject forward?
Yes,
55 seconds, right?
Yes, sir.
With my experience in traveling with along the main road and the highways and the byways and so on.
Right.
If you're traveling in a maxi taxi and someone were to drop off here, we use the layman's term.
Yes, as we say, we drop off.
Here,
Yes.
Drop off here.
Yes.
And the bell will go again. From there to where the person intends to stop is just walking distance.
Yeah.
You know, that person would.
They would drop
there.
No, they would drop out. They would sit down in the back seat. Yeah. And that's what I say. And maybe, people, we would have taken it for granted because, well, okay, I'm paying for the drop. So, somebody in my mind was, well, I need to get my drop in front of where I pay for. But the fact is, look, I was even looking at
taxi shut down right with the first drop. And just another walk.
You still had to walk to the rest, exactly. But when you look at even Europe, because the European powers that be, the governments and all over the world, all governments looking to reduce their health bill now. What the Asians and a lot of people doing is actually pushing more exercise, pushing people to be healthier, pushing people to do certain things because they realize with those government initiatives, the government is going to actually spend less money. When you have a healthier population, when you have everybody had diabetes, you know how much is a diabetes bill? You know how much money the government spends on an annual basis just dealing with diabetics alone? True. Hundreds of millions of dollars. So obviously, it is going to augur well with them if it is you have a healthier population. And then if you look at the population that Trinidad and Tobago has, we have a pretty healthy, well, not healthy, we have a pretty young population compared to places like Canada and different countries. But the thing is, our population is getting sicker and sicker and sicker, right? So it means that we need to do something, and that's where Batson Associates comes in. And that's why I say, I'm not in the politics of medicine. You go, you eat all kind of nonsense, you don't take care of yourself, you don't drink water, you don't exercise, you get sick, your blood pressure high, and they give you blood pressure medication. Well, go right ahead. I'm not going to tell you anything different. If that's all the intelligence you have, then go with your intelligence. But if you really want help and you're looking at dealing most importantly with the root cause of the problem, that is where Batson Associates comes in. We have a wide variety of products, and we're going to continue to get more and more products to continue because, as I always tell people, you have thing for thing. So if we have one eye drop for your eye that's real good and we can get our next one that really good or even better or just as good, then we're going to get it. So again, with that being said, feel free to give us a call. Josie Smith says, Trinidadian love their food. I eat with my eyes on Facebook, LOL. And me too as well. There are some things, we know you'll celebrate a little anniversary, you'll go out with the family, you'll have a little birthday party, you'll have a little, you might go to an event. We know, you're going to have things where you're going to eat a little out of the way. But the thing is, you have to understand that you need to make a concerted effort to at least eat 80 or 70% of the times good. And if you do that, we can live with it. Yes. But you can't eat 99.9% of the time bad and 0.1% good. And then when things happen to you, you're watching everybody like if it is, you don't know what happened to you. Let me tell you how it is not a good doctor.
Look at this guy, Dr. Jason Batson. You know that guy who is the son of one of the richest man in India?
Yes, that's the man who own Antilia. That's Mukesh Ambani.
Ambani.
Yeah.
His son looks at the cricket because they're in charge of the Mumbai Indians.
Right.
This guy, when I look at him, for me.
No, he's big. He's a big fella. He's big.
Big fella. He was occupying 2 seats.
Mm-hmm. He's very big.
When I looked at him, he was actually a very small person.
Oh, seriously? Okay.
Yeah,
he may have done something.
Yeah, he did.
He may have done something.
Like you said, thing for thing. So I don't know what thing he took.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look at a recent picture of him, you'll see he actually is a slim young boy now.
Okay, well, that's good, which means he would have done something, I don't know what it is, if he did it, went on a lifestyle change or it was surgical or something, but whatever he did it because he knew, because he was big. He was really, really big. I know the person you're talking about. Yeah, he was huge. Yeah. And he would have understood that, that size for anybody regardless whether it's him or anybody else. Once you carry a particular size, it is detrimental to you because you're likelihood of developing things like diabetes, developing strokes, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases significantly increased, right? Kendall Eve 11 is asking, you mentioned hormones. Do you have something to treat hormonal imbalances and polycystic ovaries in a 40-plus-year-old and high blood pressure? Yes, we do. That person, Kendall Eve 11, that person is going to have to get some sort of consultation. And with that consultation, we're going to be able to make necessary recommendations. But the thing is, when you're dealing with hormonal imbalance and PMS, which is postmenopausal syndrome, which a lot of people have and they don't know is that, we can give you help at Batson and Associates. It's a very frustrating situation to have PMS and don't know what to do. Those women are literally going out of their mind. I feel sorry for them. And every client that we had with that problem got results. Every single one of them. It is what you have to understand when you're dealing with PMS, you need to give us some time because PMS is a very it is a which people don't understand how. I think even the Western doctors, and I can say this safely, they don't understand it. I guarantee you they don't understand it. Because people come to me, and from the time I spot them, I can tell them that is what they're suffering from. And they will be doing all sorts of tests. And let me tell you something quickly, DJ Mamu. What a lot of these people get is something known as the dustbin diagnosis. And I say this without any apology. You know what a dustbin diagnosis is? You go to doctors who are trained or supposed to be trained to tell you what is wrong with you. They do all manner of tests. And let me tell you something, not all medical tests could show what your problem is.
True. That is true.
That is why we do blood analysis. Yeah. Give me a microscope over any piece of equipment they have in the medical world. I don't care what it is you're looking at. Give me a microscope, and I guarantee to tell you what is wrong with you. We have done it over and over and over again because life and death lies in your blood. Blood is your blood could either be, as Mr. Bustamante says it so eloquently, he say your blood could either be the river of life or the river of death. And there are a lot of people walking around, your blood is dead. That blood ain't doing nothing for you. It is unhealthy, it is stagnated, it lacks oxygen, and because of that, how you think people with diabetes is end up with 1 2 and piece of toe and no foot and blind in the how you think that is happening? Because they're healthy? No. Something is wrong, and that is where Batson and Associates comes in. So I suggest what you do. You're very welcome, Kendall Eve 11. What you do, make an appointment. We have our open clinic days. We also have our symposium where we'll be doing our distinguished lecture series at our offices. And those will be by invitation. So you need to call and get registered, and we'll always let you know what is what. But it's something to take full advantage of. Those telephone numbers quickly before I go to DJ Mamu. For the Shogunas office, that number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is the corner of Ramsamouch Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe. That telephone number for Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. DJ Mamu, sir. I know we started, it's now 3:10. What time did we start? What time are we finishing?
We started at 14 minutes after 2, but we could go until around 15, 16 after. But
okay, good, no problem.
Now, a little question here while you were speaking about PMS. I noticed that the word P there and the word P is also present in postpartum. And these seem to be two words, postpartum and PMS, affecting women today.
Right.
Because as a young man growing up, I am very senior in the business. I've never heard about postpartum. Recently, I started to learn new things about women and the type of sicknesses, or if you want to call it not sickness, call it some sort of an illness that attacks the body.
Suffering. That's what you call it. Suffering. Because that's what is going on with them. There's the suffering. Bad.
And some of them suffer so silently that the moment they explode is where the trouble begins. You can't hold them back.
Yeah. And the thing is, these women do have control over this. I am convinced.
Remember the woman who killed the child?
Yeah, postpartum depression. But the depression now is like it's a pandemic, People don't understand how depression, there's something known as functional depression. If you're not
Doctor,
functioning,
that woman had to be really insane to take.
yeah,
best
she wasn't acting on normalcy. Because let me tell you something. Remember, hormones are chemical messengers, you know. Hormones tell you what to do, you know. So if you have hormonal imbalance, and worse yet, your central nervous system is
not functioning
it's
properly.
not functioning properly, your nerves have grind to a halt. You could do all manner of thing, and then when you, after some months, they tell you do it, and you wouldn't believe them, you wouldn't believe it's you. Because mentally, you do not have, it's like a car that have no gas, and you're trying to drive. You can't go anywhere. You cannot go anywhere. And these women, that is what happened to them. We have dealt with women with serious depression, and I had women come to us, they're trembling, they're falling down just so, and now they're good. Just recently, when I was in the airport, I met a client. I remember when she and her husband came to us. Watch me. That man was in a state of disrepair. He don't know what to do. He said, Dr. Batson, I don't know what to do with my wife. I'm feeling like I'm going mad. She not sleeping. The woman, she looking up, she watching. You could imagine somebody telling you the only reason they have not committed suicide is because they don't have an insurance policy.
Wow.
Look at the rationale. The rationale was not leaving my children and leaving my husband. And the rationale was that she doesn't have an insurance policy. So if she kills herself, she wouldn't leave any money for her children. And that's what stopped her. You could imagine that? And that means, and let me tell you something, she's not mad enough. What happened to her? Her nerves do not have the sufficient raw material. It's a car, she has no fuel, she can't go anywhere. And that is what happened to people. And a lot of women have these problems now. And at Batson Associate, I tell you, come when we reach the point where we start to do TV and behave real troublesome, then I go to open my PMS clinic. And I will show these doctors and them how to be doctors. Because too many women suffering, these women have problems with hypertension, they have problems with insomnia, the marriage being broken up because no man is staying with you in our house making us that noise in your head. You can't deal with it. But poor, he don't know. He thinking you're just being miserable. He didn't know your hormones is what really thing. And you know, so ladies and gentlemen, that is something we're gonna work on. If you know somebody who has problems, they have depression, they have anxiety, they have trouble sleeping, refer them to Batson and Associates. Remember our distinguished lecture series, which we're beginning from next month. Call, get registered. Call, come, have your blood analysis, have your magnetic resonance analysis scan. Those telephone numbers, again, you can get us on 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is the corner of Ramsey Woods Trace and the SS Erie Main Road. In Debe, that number for Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. Go ahead, Julius.
Yes, we have our St. James, which is 220-8113. That's on Western Main Road, St. James, Red Edge Mall. Then we have Tobago at the Triangle Building in Scarborough. The number for Tobago office is 226-4553. And not forgetting, we have our international WhatsApp where you can WhatsApp us to book your online consultation at 1-868-373-2388.
Great. Miss Elizabeth Nandal, as usual, a pleasant good afternoon, my dear. She says, Doc, I'm so enjoying this program. I know lots of people with those problems. So sad. Miss Melissa Richards, will do, Dr. Batson. Yeah, so stop suffering, ladies, all day. Come and sort yourself out. DJ Mamu, so it's always a pleasure to be in your company. Yes. To the listeners of DJ Mamu Radio TT.com, until next week, God bless you guys. Do enjoy the rest of your Thursday afternoon. DJ Mamu, sir, till next week. Please, God.
Thank you very much, Reshma and Dr. Jason Batson. If you're heading out to Tobago, remember, get on the boat that has the diesel to get you across there.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
No, they say it's a carbo star, but it's a boat star. Thank you.
Okay.
Enjoy the program today. And
Yes.
to the listeners on DJMamuRadio.tt.com, thank you for joining us for today's Support Your Health Naturally, a weekly program aired on a Thursday, 2:15 to 3:15, compliments of Dr. Jason Batson and Associates. Thank you for listening. Keep listening to DJMamuRadio.tt.com. We have more coming your way shortly.
Okay, let me repeat that number. So Kendall Eve 11, or it's Eve Kendall 11. That telephone number for St. James. St. James is 220 8113. That's 220-8113. Okay? So I hope you got the number, and I hope we see you.
Yes.
Mr. Gerald Timothy says very informative. Yeah, so we opened up a PMS clinic just now. I can't, these women are always suffering too much, but I'm feeling sorry for them. Okay, so take care, guys.
Yes.
You're listening, you have been listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates. I was joined this afternoon by our senior consultant and blood microscopist, Ms. Karishma Ramdan. Keep in mind, Batson and Associates, our location, Shogunas, first floor Money Talks building in Montrose, Shogunas, Debe, corner of Ramsamooch Trace, and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James, and Tobago is the Triangle building in Scarborough, Tobago. That telephone number for Shogunas, 222-8261, 222-8261. Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. You can also get us for international consultation on 868-373-2388. And as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive,
Try sickness.
if you think education is expensive,
Try ignorance.
God bless you guys. Josie Smith, do enjoy the rest of your evening. Eve Kendall 11, you're very welcome. Take care, guys. God bless. Until Sunday. We are on Sunday from 9:30, and we will be on not Freedom, sorry. We'll be on Sky 99.5. Sky 99.5. So look out for that, guys. Take care.
Yeah.
God bless. Bye-bye.